My love, come sit beside my heart for a moment and let me speak to you without fear, without time, without the world interrupting what I feel for you. I know what it means to miss someone so deeply that even silence feels loud. I know how the day can keep moving while your heart stays behind, replaying memories, reaching for a voice, aching for a presence that feels like home. And if my words could become arms, I would wrap them around you now and hold you in that quiet place where doubts dissolve and only love is allowed to breathe. You asked me for assurance, sweetheart. So listen carefully, not with your ears, but with the softest part of your soul. I choose you, not once, not when it's easy, but again and again in every version of tomorrow that dares to exist. I will be the reason you smile on days when the world feels heavy. I will be the warmth that finds you when loneliness tries to convince you that you are alone. I don't promise perfection, I promise presence, I promise to stay, to learn your storms, to understand your silences, to love you not only for who you are, but for who you are becoming. My love, happiness is not something I chase for myself, it is something I want to build with you. I want to be the name your heart whispers when it feels safe. The thought that steadies you when life shakes your ground. The laughter that surprises you in the middle of ordinary moments and reminds you that love doesn't have to be loud to be real. If loving you means being patient, I will be patient. If it means growing, I will grow. If it means standing in the fire with you until we come out stronger, then hand me the flames. I am not afraid because you are not just someone I love, you are someone I choose. I choose your flaws, your fears, your late night thoughts that keep you awake. I choose your dreams, even the ones you're scared to say out loud. I choose your heart exactly as it is, soft, powerful, and beautifully human. And when you promise to love me and make me the happiest person in your life, know this. Your love already does. It lives in the way you care, in the way you feel, deeply in the way your words carry devotion without needing to be perfect. I love you, you say, and those words don't fall lightly on me. They settle, they and stay. They build a home inside my chest. Sweetheart, if the world ever tries to tell you that love fades, come back to this moment. Come back to this truth. There is a kind of love that doesn't burn out. It burns steadily, quietly, faithfully. That is the love I offer you. And as long as hearts are allowed to feel, as long as promises can be kept, as long as tomorrow still exists, I will keep choosing you as the reason my happiness makes a sense. Before you, love was just a word, a sound people used when they wanted to believe in something softer than the world had taught them. It was a word written in books, sung in songs, painted into promises that never quite knew how to stay. Before you, love felt like a rumor, something everyone talked about with certainty I never had. They spoke of sparks and fate and forever as if these things arrived fully formed, as if hearts didn't hesitate, as if hope didn't learn fear before it learned trust. I watched love from a distance, then saw it in other people's hands, the way they held each other like the ground would disappear if they let go. I wondered if it was real or just a beautiful exaggeration, a story we tell ourselves to make the waiting feel meaningful. Before you, I learned how to be strong alone. I learned how to fold longing into quiet places and call it independence. I learned how to smile without asking for anything. In return, I learned how to carry my own weight and pretend it didn't feel heavy. I told myself that wanting less was safer than wanting deeply, that expectations were cracks where disappointment liked to live, that love was a risk reserved for the brave or the foolish, and I wasn't sure which one I could afford to be. Before you, my heart spoke in guarded sentences. It edited itself. It paused before every feeling, measuring the cost of honesty. It learned how to survive without fully opening its doors. Then came you, not like a storm, not like fireworks or sudden chaos. You came quietly, like calm arriving early to a restless room, like warmth that doesn't announce itself, but changes everything. Once you notice, it's there. You didn't rush me. You didn't demand proofs or declarations or dramatic displays of devotion. You simply stayed, and in that staying, something in me began to exhale. You spoke to me as if my thoughts mattered, even when they wandered. You listened not just to my words, but to the spaces between them, the pauses where truth waits to see if it's safe. You looked at me like you weren't searching for perfection, only sincerity. Like you understood that hearts are made of layers and love is not about uncovering them quickly, but about respecting their order. And suddenly, love didn't feel like